Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It's 11:40 a.m. according to the computer clock on Monday, December 17, 2012. And in this vlog, I'd like to make an announcement, putting it out there. I am working on a Castlevania fan film. Okay, wow, big announcement, right? Well, okay, let me clarify. It is very much in the preliminary stages. All that I've done so far is kind of made a list of the different areas that I have to explore, all of the different things that I would have to plan out. So I planned out planning out, basically. And I have started planning out the characters and the script. Okay, for those of you that might just happen to stumble upon this video and you know nothing about me, you might be wondering, who is this guy? Alright, bit of background. My name is Mark Moore, 34 years old. I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been living in Florida since June of 1986 when I was 7. Okay. I'm a gamer. You know, I grew up, I was a child of the 80s, but I kind of, I first got my NES on Saturday, November 3rd, 1990. My first Castlevania game was Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and later on, obviously, I got the second one and the first one, and I've amassed a decent-sized Castlevania collection over the years. So, what are my credentials? Well, honestly, not much. I know how to use a video camera. I've been using it since the 90s. I've recorded my own Back to the Future fan film. Never finished it, but that was back in the mid-90s. I took 2 years of TV production in high school. I have never attended film school, but I'm a self-taught editor. I have edited my own video game review series, which has ended. I'm no longer doing that, but I also fan edit films. You can find some of them at fanedit.org. Well, you can find listings for them anyway. So I know how to edit pretty much, and I know how to export to MPEG and how to make DVDs and stuff like that. As for operating a video camera, I know how to, but I don't have a modern video camera. I've still got an old tape-based video camera, you know, standard def, full screen. So obviously there's going to be, like, I have to upgrade my equipment, obviously. But I have to plan all of that stuff out first. But first comes the story, of course. So I'm gonna have to upgrade my video camera. I'll probably get some sound equipment. I'm gonna have to upgrade my editing software. I purchased an editing software. I use Womble MPEG Video Wizard, but that won't be as advanced as I need, I assume. So I'm gonna have to look into some others. Obviously, I use a PC, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to check some others out. If you have any recommendations for which one to get, then let me know. But that's still a ways off, okay? It's probably It's gonna be in high def. I don't know if it'll be true HD. It might be 720p. If I can get a 1080p video camera, then obviously I'll film that. Well, I don't think I'm going to use film. I think it's going to be all digital, actually. I know nothing about using film, so I really don't want to deal with that. But that's further on. I'll ask for more advice and stuff once we get to that. The script. Okay. Well, the basic story anyway. What is this fan film going to be based on? Well, okay, let me back up a bit. Why Castlevania? Well, I love the series. It wasn't my first video game series. That was, Mario, but I don't know if a Mario fan film exists, but I'm not really interested in making one. The other big series that I collect, try to find like every game, well, a few series, other than Castlevania, there's The Legend of Zelda, but we all know what happens to Zelda fan films, so that's out. Another one is Street Fighter. Obviously, if I was to make a Street Fighter film, Chun-Li would be the main character, because I love Chun-Li. But the game has like a bunch of varied locations worldwide, and trying to recreate that in a fan film would be a pretty daunting task. I mean, even if I went for more like realistic and darker instead of bright and cartoony exotic locations, then there's still the problem with the issue that basically my main actor would be fighting a bunch of people one-on-one throughout the film, and there's like legal issues with that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with like really intense fighting sequences where like the actors are actually doing stunt fighting. So that's out. So Castlevania. Now which game? It's going to be based on Castlevania Legends, the third game for the original Game Boy. Why that game? Well, I love it. I have a website devoted to it. I love the character of Sonya Belmont. Now, before anyone brings it up, yes, I know that Koji Igarashi, the producer of the Castlevania franchise at the time, removed the game from the official continuity like a few years after it came out. I think the first time that I read about it was like, I don't know, 2005. The game came out in Japan in 1997. Not sure exactly when it was officially removed. But here's the thing. Koji Igarashi is no longer involved with the series. Right now, a Spanish gaming company called Mercury Steam, I believe, has been like given a license to create its own take on the Castlevania series. They're doing at least 3 games. The first one, Castlevania Lords of Shadow for the PS3, is already out. They've got 2 more games planned. So the main series, I don't know if it's been completely abandoned, but it's at least on hiatus for now. So I guess discussions of canon really aren't that important right now. I'll just say, I'm gonna base it on Legends, and that's it. Obviously, nothing else has been done besides me typing on my computer so far. Okay, so I've got many things to plan out, and not just a list of characters, but also I have to plan out the script. I've done an outline for the script. I've outlined all of the different events that I want to occur in the script, in the movie. By the way, the movie, I'm shooting for a running time of 120 minutes, just a solid 2 hours. And I'm trying to allocate the necessary amount of time for each incident without going over. Kind of a challenging task, but I think I can do it. I've watched over half of a video of gameplay footage of the entire game, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to include. Now, the game itself takes around 50 minutes to play, probably even less. I don't know if what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to exactly follow like the level designs for every single stage or anything like that. The movie would give a taste of each area and show Sonya fighting various enemies from that stage, maybe once or twice each per stage, and it's gonna kind of skim through it like time passes. There's gonna be it's basically gonna like fade throughout the stage, like time passing by. It's not gonna follow her through the entire journey. I mean, that would be very monotonous to watch. And by contrast, the boss fights and the sub-boss fights, they can be defeated very quickly, so I'm actually going to spend more time on those, because obviously Sonya would be going up against them for the first time, and it wouldn't be like, an experienced gamer knocking out the boss in 18 seconds. So yeah, more time with the bosses and sub-bosses, a bit less time going through stages proportionally. What kind of budget? I have no idea at this point. I'm trying to plan it out to be obviously kind of low budget. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to pull this off yet. There are a bunch of unknowns, and yeah. So, but I'm shooting low. I'm keeping my expectations low. Money wise. We'll see what happens with that. You might be wondering why I'm even making this announcement right now, when there's so much uncertainty, and it might not even happen. But obviously, I believe it'll happen. I want it to happen, and I just wanted to put the information out there. Obviously, like no casting yet. This would be entirely shot locally with local actors. There's like a local theater in the county. Might try to ask around there, and there are various. I'm sure I can find some decent actors, and obviously, if there's any need for like crowd scenes or whatever. I mean, I can ask at the local twice per year comic and anime and gaming convention for local gamers to join in if they want to. Honestly, anything like costuming would have to be. Well, I mean, I could order stuff, I suppose, or try to make it locally, but that's further ahead right now. What else? Filming locations. Well, obviously there will probably have to be some sets built, or at least some places dressed up to look like locations that would be needed. But there's also, I read online that there's also like an actual ghost town in this county. It's in a remote area in the woods, and it's even got an old cemetery, and that would be a good filming location. I've tried to think of all the possible things that would be needed to do this. Obviously, this would probably be at least a few years away from completion. I'm going to spend at least quite a bit of next year, you know, writing out the script, and but I really want to bring Sony's story to life, and I'm obviously, I would not be making any money off of this, of course, but I just wanted to bring what I think is a good story. I wanted to bring it to life and just, you know, share it with the gaming community. Let's see. I'm trying to keep the cast relatively low, so I won't have to deal with too many actors, but obviously you're gonna have like Sony and Alucard and Sony's grandfather and Dracula, and you're gonna have Sony's parents for a little bit at the beginning. What I want to do is kind of go from her birth until, you know, just after the game is over. And obviously there are some supporting characters that I'm going to add in here and there, but mostly it's going to build up to the events of the game, and then it's going to go through the game and then show what happens to her afterwards. And I believe that all of this can be done in 2 hours, including the credits. So that's what I've got right now. And I will keep you updated whenever I do something significant enough. Right now it's just planning. That's it. It's just me sitting over my computer planning it. You might be wondering why I'm not recording this video on my computer. Because I got a brand new computer recently. It's because I plugged in the webcam, and it said that it was trying to install or recognize the new hardware or whatever, and nothing happened. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but I'm gonna try to get that fixed. But I could just as easily record it on my mom's computer. So what else? I think that's about it for the talking about the film itself for now. I've gone on for about 20 minutes now about it. I will be seeing The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey on Wednesday, so you can expect my review of it on the same day. I'm gonna record it like right after I get back from the theater, so look forward to that. And I think that's about it. Mostly, mostly just planning everything out, trying to figure it out. I want to get the script done first, but I will be working on figuring out all the other things as well, such as any music that I want to use, and eventually I would have to have someone that can work on generating like the CG creatures and stuff like that, because I know nothing about that. But I think I'm going to direct it, obviously, and I'm also going to do the main editing, but I will need other technical help, obviously, both in pre-production and during production and in post-production. No idea when this would be released. I can't guarantee that it will be released, but I'm just putting it out there right now. And that's it for now. It's 12:02 p.m. and thanks for watching.